This summer was the driest it has been for many years. Many farmers and ranchers were affected. The hot and dry weather affected much of their crops and also their livestock. The first crop, corn, according to USDA.gov, after sharp reductions in 2012, corn yield and production forecasts in July and August were only small additional downward adjustments made in September and October. Initial expectations at planting time suggested yields averaging a record of 166 bushels per acre, but deteriorating growing conditions throughout the summer led to USDA to reduce yield expectations by 20 bushels per acre. The yields are now forecasted at 122 bushels per acre, the lowest it has been since 1995. Soybeans were another crop that were also affected. According to USDA.gov, after a large reduction in estimated 2012 soybean yields in August and a small additional reduction in September, USDA assessment October estimates are up 7% over September's. The average yield estimate of 37.8 bushels per acre in October is still down from an initial forecast of 43.9 bushels per acre. Soybean yields at this level would be the lowest since 2003. Wheat was the third crop that was affected. Also, according to USDA.gov, little changes were made in estimated 2012 U.S. wheat production in the August, September, and October reports. Wheat is widely produced across much of the drought-affected area of the Midwest, but most of the wheat in this region is harvested in the spring and in early summer, so it reached maturity before the dry conditions hit. Livestock was also affected. This year's lack of adequate rainfall over more than half of the country was resulted in reduced corn and soybean crops, higher prices of corn, soybean meal that affected the feed, and reduced the availability of hay and pasture, which affected the livestock from eating. The heat stress, higher feed prices, and the potential for reduced hog and poultry inventories continue to decrease. The outlook for pork and poultry production into 2013. Broiler production estimates for 2012 and 2013 have been reduced to 36,000 million pounds, down from 37,000 million pounds in 2011. As of September 25th, approximately 76% of cattle areas were affected by moderate or more intense drought, up slightly from 74% on September 11th. So along with the crops being affected, the costs for the crops were also affected. There have been many price changes due to the drought. According to USDA.gov, the wheat prices are projected at $7.65 to $8.55 per bushel, up from $7.24 in 2011, to higher corn prices and stronger export demand resulting from reduced foreign wheat production. The corn crop season average corn prices for 2012 and 2013 marketing year are forecast to fall within a range of $7.10 and $8.50 per bushel, up from $7.20 and $6.30 for 2011. Marketing year corn prices in this range would be record high in nominal terms. The soybean crop remains tight entering the 2012 harvest, pushing soybean prices sharply higher for 2012 and 2013. The prices are forecast from $14.25 to $16.25, though lower than the September forecast of $15 to $17 per bushel. According to USDA.gov, the milk productions in 2012 are projected to be 1.7% higher than 2011, but high feed costs are expected to result in essentially no change in milk production in 2013. While milk prices are projected to remain lower than 2011 levels in both the years 2013 and 2014, the prices for both years were raised somewhat in the October World Agriculture Supply and Demand Estimates report. Milk prices are expected to strengthen slightly in 2013 to around $18 per hundredweight, up from 17.6 in 2012. According to the National Data Center that adjusted for inflation, the drought had an economic impact of more than $77 billion. Many farmers and ranchers have been affected, but even in hard times like this, a farmer's gotta do what a farmer's gotta do.